Espresso. What's up, bro? Listen, we got an important topic here because it's something that I've dealt with throughout my life, and many people deal with it. This video is going to tell you how to get over an inferiority complex. Feeling inferior. It's a damn shame. It is a damn shame sometimes that the one thing that stops you from being great, from enjoying social situations, from being present in the moment, from seeing beauty in front of you is yourself. You're too worried about your own insecurities, how you look, how other people perceive you. You're too worried about all these things, where you fit in the social hierarchy, that you could see the most beautiful horizon in front of you and it just be colours. Bro, an inferiority complex is serious. Me personally, I dealt with it a lot as a kid and early adult. I mean, I'm still a young adult. I'm only 21 years old. I think that's the first time I've said that on here. So if you want to know how old I am, there you go. And to be honest, I still deal with it at times. And I'm going to be honest with you. It's never going to 100% go away, because the one thing that your brain is good at is old habits. Now, when I say it will never go away, with time it will get easier and easier. But those days where maybe you haven't slept well and your brain just wants to be negative about something, it's easier for your brain to fall back into bad habits. One thing you can do that will help is learn not to listen to your brain on those days. And I promise you, the other days when your brain is working fine, it won't even be a problem. Take it from me, I used to see myself as an outcast, as bottom of the hierarchy, as an imposter. And now I hardly feel that at all. First, you need to understand that your perception of yourself as inferior comes from the past. Maybe it's trauma from when you were a child. Maybe your parents spoke to you a certain way, demeaned you, and you developed this complex. For me, I was always made to feel as a child that I wasn't capable of doing things. I had an okay childhood, but that really stuck with me. I was an only child, so I had nothing else to feed back off other than adults, and being patronised constantly, ridiculed, feeling like I am a burden. That really, really had an effect on me. Sorry about the noise. I have quite an alternative personality, I don't know if you can tell. And as I was discovering that in secondary school, it really was difficult to me. To put it short, I hated secondary school for many reasons, but also the social aspect of it was one of the biggest reasons. I never had a group. There was people I hung out with, but I never felt like I made any genuine connections. And through not feeling right at home, not feeling right at school or anywhere, I started to develop this imposter syndrome, this outcast syndrome, and with that, an inferiority complex. It's strange because I've always felt like I was destined to do something big, but in a contradicting sense, I've always felt inferior and like I am an outcast. And what happened is, when I started to make genuine connections in uni or in college, this imposter syndrome sort of narrative stayed, because it's a thing of the past. Whenever I wouldn't be getting attention in a social circle, or maybe I felt like I wasn't being valued, I'd conclude that no one fucking liked me. And I'd go off and be mysterious and go and enjoy my own time, but really it's because I was scared to open up to people. I was scared to be social. I hid it under the guise of being like a lone wolf, but really I just didn't know how to make connections. If you have an inferiority complex, that is your perception of how you see yourself. And most likely it's a perception that comes from the past, like I said. This doesn't help. The only thing that matters is you right now. You right in this present moment. Who you were yesterday, a week ago, a month ago, at school, at home, when you were a kid, that's not you. That was a version of you that is long dead and is stored in the backs of your personality to call upon if you wish. You are not inferior, you just think you are. Self-perception is the strongest thing that a human being can master. Because once you can control your self-perception, you can control your life. And I truly 100% believe that because I'm living proof of that. So, first, step one, maybe through meditation, through whatever, you need to let go of your perception of yourself in the past, and you need to accept who you are in this moment. But here comes the second problem. What if the person you are in this moment you don't like? What if you look in the mirror and you still feel inferior because the person you are is skinny fat, doesn't go to the gym, doesn't take himself seriously, eats too much junk food? Okay, this is where the fun starts, because the person in the present, you can change that. You can't change who you were in the past. You can't change what people perceived you in the past. There are people where you went to school that might always see you as that kid from school, but fuck them. They're pointless. They don't get to deserve to see who you are now and who you're going to be. And if they ever do see you again, they're going to see how much you're going to change. You in the present, you are in complete control of every action you have. No one else is. Forget about who you were in the past, because this is the fun bit. You can change your perception of yourself right now. How do you do that? Well, envision a person or a version of yourself you'd respect. You in a year, 2 years' time, maybe even a few months' time. Personally, I'm very extreme with this, and you can even call this slightly autistic, but in 10 years, 30-year-old me, I have a very clear vision of what I'm going to look like, where I'm going to be. And every day, I work towards that. And I know that if I do the right things, when I get to that age, I will have complete respect for myself, complete silent confidence, through saying less and doing more. Imagine this person that you would respect, that you could call yourself in a month, a year's time. And this is the hard bit. Get off your fucking ass and start working towards it. Now, if you're already doing work like this, then fair enough. Maybe you're one of these people, no matter how hard you work, you can't stop seeing yourself as someone in the past, but that is something you have to learn to let go. Step one, forget who you are in the past. Step two, accept who you are in the present. And if you're not happy with who you are in the present, step three, change it. Step three, work towards your future self. Sometimes you have to swallow your pride and accept that you can't be that respected person that everyone either looks up to or respects without having to say a word. You can't be that overnight. I'm not that. To some people I am, but to people who have just met me, like say in my job, I'm just a person. It takes so much work to be able to walk in a room and everyone respect you, to have the opposite of an inferiority complex. I'm not talking about an ego complex, by the way. That's a video for a different day. You need to start today and work on that version of yourself that you look up to. If you can look up to a future version of yourself, do you know how powerful that is? And guess what? If you do the work today, that version of yourself is looking back at you now, and he's proud that you fucking started. That you let go of your past that is pointless. Your past doesn't exist anymore, and you started working towards that version of yourself. Change your perception. Look in the mirror. What words do you use to describe yourself? For instance, it's so much harder to get into the gym if you're saying, oh, I'm just someone trying to get into the gym. I'm trying to be good at working out. But after a few weeks of going to the gym, even a month, you can start saying to yourself, no, I go to the gym. You can even say, I'm an athlete. If you want to be cringe about it like me, a warrior. Words, I know I say less or do more, but words and perception have power. If you can use them right, look in the mirror, envision what you want to be, and tell yourself you're going to be that. And say less, do more. Now, there's an extra stage to this that is probably the hardest, is that no matter how hard you work on yourself, maybe you're changing yourself, but you have the same friend group you had for years. There are some people that no matter how much you change, they still want to see you as the person you were. The reason this happens is because they don't care enough to see who you actually are. They want to put you in a box because that's easy for them to understand you. They will always see you as that version of yourself that maybe you hate. They don't have the mental space to accept who you actually are. And the reason is because simply they don't care about you enough. And it hurts sometimes when you've been working on yourself so much, but one little comment from someone and you feel like you're back to square one because that's how they see you. Their perception of you doesn't matter. How you deal with this is, first of all, don't defend yourself. Don't try and say to these people how much you've changed. Don't try and prove anything to them, because that will get you nowhere. That will make you seem defensive, and if anything, that will make you seem weaker. You stay silent. You say less and do more. Hope one day that just through your actions, they see how much you've changed. Make that your goal, and if you can't, then accept that they're no value to you. Surround yourself with people that actually see you. They don't see you as a image in their mind. They actually see who you are in the core. That want to see you prosper. That's brotherhood. That's real friendship, and that's a topic for another day. But surround yourself with people that are there for your growth. They're not here for your past. They're here for your future and your present. Surround yourself with people who love you. And no matter what these irrelevant people think of you, it won't matter, because you know that there are people that actually see you, and you and them know who you really are. To sum up, your inferiority complex ends and starts with you. It sounds so simple, and I know it's not, but in short, you just have to let it go. Let go of this image in your mind and build a new one. You are in control. And bro, I believe in you. Have a good week. And remember, say less, do more. Bye-bye.